Guys just barely made it. Well, it says we're live, so let's go with it. Welcome from the crossroads of America.
You've got mail.
To a talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. We'll answer questions from the audience in the chat or email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other stuff in the info section below. So we got that out of the way. While we're waiting for people to show up, let me introduce my panel so far. We've got the main man from Michigan, Squibload.
Yeah, I'm not from Michigan. I just live in Michigan.
Yeah, technicality. I do apologize.
Don't apologize. It's a sign of weakness.
South Carolina, is that your original?
No, but I've lived there.
Yeah, okay. All right, then we got the one from behind enemy lines, New York Outcast. How you doing?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Say if my recollection is correct, I think Squib's one of those ones that were dropped off by the aliens, but I could be wrong.
Explains a lot. All right. So let's see so far, we're must be a lot of people out and about doing shopping today or out enjoying the sunshine. Because the chat's mighty slow this morning. Or this afternoon, I should say. It's, I'm on Eastern time zone, and that's the only time zone that matters. So, mind you, it's running. I think he's listed to start at 3:00 too. OG Webs on his Ask Gun Questions show, I think. Anyway, let's see. First in the chat today is Shady Hill Homestead, then Kingpin, then the Gun Snob, Ozzy Osbourne's here, Gizzard Gary. So we got at the moment. Mind you, see, even if you're in the chat, if you don't say anything, I don't know you're there. Because it won't, doesn't tell me. So there we go. Anyway, my title was very, very generic, really, this morning. It was guns and politics plus more. That was it. I was just saying. I've noticed that. For 3 days, I've stayed away from watching mainstream TV. I've been watching mainly either streaming shows or YouTube. That's all. I know I have read news articles and stuff that I've tracked down on the internet, but I haven't watched any. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Gary. G Webs is running his Ask Gun Questions thing at 3:00, which is fine. It gives people a choice of where to go, But hey, I say it is fine, but yeah, it is, or isn't it? I'm saying it's fine, but I guess deep down, it bothers me. I guess a little bit.
It's two shows in a row you bring it up, so
yeah, it bothers
I think it bothers you.
It bothers me a little bit. bothers me a little bit that he's quirking me,
Yeah, no, he was the one that motivated you to do a show initially, didn't he?
Yes, he was. And
now he's cutting your throat. You see that shit?
And 3:00 on Saturday was totally free. I had nobody around me for hours.
It was a rope-a-dope. It just took several years to get in place.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it in general. So
No,
I think
I,
all you guys are too damn nice in a sense. It makes it seem like it's one big cabal in a way. So I've been
yeah,
telling people all that, do what works for you, man. People
yeah.
go back. I watch shows after the fact. I mean,
Oh
sure,
yeah,
it's more fun to chat along, but sometimes it just don't work that way.
yeah.
Life comes first.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So each to their own. Each to their own. I guess where I say it gets me is my channel being, mind you, I don't work at it. Is my channel being so small? You know, I just barely. You've got mail. I just barely hanging on now. So you've got mail. Damn, where's all this mail coming from? Jesus, 2 live moves in the house. So's Tactical FUD. So good to see you. So everybody's wrong. Yeah, I did read somewhere that well, I did read this morning that that dumbass senator from Texas practically got booed off stage at the GOP convention in Texas. You know, which I thought was very apt. He needs to be, but he's going for red flag laws and all that kind of stuff, and he can be booed off because he's already said that he's retiring at the end of this, session, which ends what, January 3rd, 2023. So yeah, I agree with you, Gary. So, but anyway, there we go. I mean, especially when you go against some of them big channels, they have the big draw. People would, who am I going to watch? The big guy or the little guy? So I'm going to watch the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get off of that subject. Back to my other thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's my mind's gone blank on the gun control shit. Oh yeah, he's I said he's quitting at the end of the session anyway. So if he votes yes for red flag laws and you don't like, if you live in Texas and and you don't like what that senator's doing, well, you're shit out of luck because he doesn't care because he's retiring at the end of this session anyway. It shows his true colors, but what are you going to do to him? Time you've done anything to get him kicked off out of his seat early, which I don't know how, he's only got a few months left. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
Yeah, unfortunately, accidents happen all the time. A lot of parking lots are private property. My grandmother was mowed down, guy doing like 45 in a parking lot. They didn't even issue the guy a ticket. No, just pointing out some facts here. So
yeah.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. It is. We got us another panelist, Jason Stewart. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Rick. How are you guys?
All right. I thought you'd be down the range shooting all your guns, all your Beretta 92s.
Just got home from the range. I mean, I'm eating a McDonald's cheeseburger. I mean, I just got home.
Oh, okay. Was it a good session?
Oh, terrific day, man. I went shooting with Chris from the 740.
Okay.
And his son and a friend of his. And we had a really good time. And right when Chris and the gang was leaving, my brother and my sister-in-law showed up. and I stayed out there a little while and shot with them. Been good weather. But it's a good day, man.
Oh yeah. Have you picked up that new firearm yet, or is it still on layaway?
Nope. Believe it or not, it's sitting there in layaway, and I only owe him $22.
I mean, it's nice to have that many firearms to choose from that you're not worried about going to pick it up anytime soon. You know, me,
Yeah,
I'll be sitting outside of his door waiting for him to open.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I'd have been sitting there waiting on it, but I'm not sitting on a giant mound of ammo either at the moment. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. Are you got the chat available there, Squib? Because I started watching. Actually, I was watching that video before I came on to get stuff ready for this. Where Travis he likes your video or Travis's video on him shooting the black powder, because it started off with Squib in the picture. So, but that's as far as
I watched that video
the first
today.
3 minutes. Then I thought, oh shit, I better get. Then I looked at the clock and said, oh shit, and came in here to get things organized. So,
Seen that video myself today. Thought it was pretty good. So it reminds me of why I don't really have much interest in black powder. 100%. You know what I mean? But it looks like it would be fun to go hang out with Squib and try. So
yeah. As it turns out, I forgot today was give the answer to the quiz from the last one I set. So I had to have a new question for this week. And seeing the beginning of that got my brain turning real quick, and I got us sort of like a black powder question for the next quiz. I guess Squib's right. I stole it from Travis again.
I can't believe Rob don't like black powder. What are you, racist?
That's what I was thinking, actually, but I didn't want to say it.
Oh man.
Hey,
No, I don't get me wrong. I like black powder, but maybe for other uses. But I don't know. It's just the process of it all, and then half the time it doesn't go off, or it might not. It's fussy. Man, I would hate to trust my life in those conditions, in those times. I mean, that's your weapon. Good God, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
That's how they used to have to do it, though, man.
And so, I mean, I'm not, a collector for state or whatever. So to me, it just doesn't really hold. Yeah. It's cool. I wouldn't mind going through it a time or two. It's definitely cool. Maybe get one. I used to see them at the stores, kits around here, but definitely not something that would be my normal weekend hobby. I mean, that thing would give me nightmares. I had a dream once that my gun fell apart when I pulled the trigger. Like, this is personal now. That dream still affects me years later. Like, I was talking about it the other day on a car ride and stuff. Like, people in my life know of this dream. So I don't want nothing in my house that don't work. Like, there's just, I don't know. Like, it's a phobia or something. So something like that is just that's a red flag to me. But I do think it's cool though. Like, it would kind of be fun to go down and do one of them reenactments if they didn't lock me up or shoot me with all the powder and stuff. I mean, it looks like a decent time. But
I mean, wasn't that firearm used in the Civil War? That had to be tough. Pull the trigger, you don't know whether it's going to go off or not.
Yeah, I like seeing those black powders. I haven't shot one myself, but I have rifle, but I like to have a black powder pistol. I just think all that smoke that comes out of it's just cool.
Yeah, I've only shot a black powder rifle, and you aim it and you pull the trigger, and you have to wait for the smoke to clear to see whether you hit the target or not. Yeah. I've always fancied getting myself a black powder pistol, but I've never pulled excuse the pun, pulled the trigger and got one. Because it's just not the firearm, is it? And you got to buy all the stuff that goes along with it. Like how you measure.
Well, and a lot more knowledge and finesse too. I mean, if you want to try to get it reliable, and if you're going to try to use it as a defense purpose for some reason, looks like it's an art form that may or may not work.
Yeah, it'd be good if you had somebody, like Squib, or if you had somebody there with you to help you out with a black powder. You know what I mean? Rather than just going it alone, going blind.
Yeah. Another good person in the black powder is what's his name? It come to me. Oh damn, it's gone. I used to talk to him every day. He used to be on the morning watch, whatever.
Tony.
That's it, Tony. Couldn't think of his name there. Mine went. I could picture him in my head.
Never forget old Tony.
Yeah. Tony's in the black powder big time too. He knows all about it. So I would imagine there's quite a few people into black powder. I mean, I actually subscribed to I think it was one of the channel. I think it was Squib that mentioned him one time. Is it Guns of the West or something? He does a lot of black powder. I subscribe to him. I don't watch them all the time, but I do watch them now and then. So.
Well, I got to shoot something pretty cool today.
What?
I got to shoot an MP5 with a silencer on it, and that thing is sweet as could be, man. Had a red dot on top, silencer. Man, that little MP5 kicks out them 9mm like a 22, man.
So now you're gonna get a silencer.
It was pretty cool. I didn't even have to have an ear pro on, but that MP5 gun, that little small, like submachine gun type thing, man, that is cool. Oh man, it is cool. There's no recoil in it, and a suppressor.
Everybody gets hooked on an MP5, man.
Oh man, those are everybody. Sweet. Those are sweet, man.
Yeah. Hey, and if you go to what company is it now? Silencer Central, and you can fill out all the forms online. You pay them, you give them the money for the silencer and the money to give to the ATF or the license or whatever, their tax stamp, and they send it all in all electronically. And once it finally all clears after a few months, the silencer gets sent right to your front door. Just happened to mention it. I was checking into it one day, how it all works.
Yeah, I hadn't shot a silencer before.
And, I haven't either. I would like to.
They definitely quiet. They're quiet. But yeah, I just loved that MP5, man. That thing was awesome.
I take it. Whose was it? Was it?
It was a friend of Chris's.
Okay, all right. That's all I was trying to figure out. It was somebody who you were shooting with today. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If he'd have hung out a little longer, man, I'd probably started making offers and horse trading for that thing,
man. So you're gonna look for one now?
I just might. I didn't even catch what brand of it that he had. It had the switch to go to full auto. Of course, that doesn't work, But man, that was just a neat gun, man. I like the folding stock on it. It's just the right size. It's pretty cool, man. the charging handles all the way up front, like at the front of the barrel and stuff, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would. I might have to. I don't know anybody that's got one, but I'm not. I'm actually. I'm not. I mean, I can go to. I think Jasper has a shooting range type thing. With that rents out pistols and all. Whether they have one there or not, I don't know. But
I'd
out here,
recommend, something like that. One of them places, if they have anything full auto stuff like that, there's a good chance that they'd have one.
yeah.
I think that's a gun a lot of people would like to shoot. Honestly. So
Yeah. So if I'm ever, around there, I might go see if they have any. But normally, when I, as you know, when I go shooting, I go over with my friends. I either go down to the conservation club. I haven't been down there once this year yet. Not even to go fishing. I got a brand new fishing pole that I've had for 2 years now. Brand new, sitting in the back of my pickup truck. I got a cover on my pickup truck, so it keeps the rain and all that off of it and stuff. But it's been sitting in the back of my pickup truck for 2 years, and I haven't even used it yet.
Strings probably melted now.
Yeah, more than likely. I'm going to have to, put a new line on it. But I said it's brand new. I haven't even thrown a cast with it. But so I need to. I mean, where I'm going with this, down at the conservation club, has a beautiful lake down there too to go fishing on. Not only to do my shooting, but it has a big. I guess technically you could call it a pond, but to me it's a real small lake. I don't know what's the definition between a pond and a lake.
How big they are?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, I think this what you call it is bigger than a pond and just barely makes it into the lake category.
Well, it's kind
You
of
can
hard
put a
to.
boat. You can get a boat out. You could get 2 or 3 boats out there, and you won't be crowded. So, and it's got a stream running into it. That's what keeps it full, fresh water. And it even has a spillway out the other side. So, anyway, how did we get on the lakes and fishing? But well, anyway, I either go shooting down there or I go over my friend's backyard. And actually, I took him down. I found another still target that I had wrapped up in cardboard, never been shot at. I took it down to him when was it? What's today? Saturday? I took it down to him on Thursday. I went off over there Thursday morning and stopped by to see what he was up to. It was too damn hot to go shooting. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning and it was already up to over 80. The humidity here this last week has been unbearable. We're talking up, 75% or higher humidity. You walk out the door and it's like you stepped out of a shower. You're soaking wet with the humidity. So to me, that's uncomfortable to go shooting. But anyway, I took the target down to him and said, "Here, we got another target to put out there." I said, "Next time you're out there, hang it up somewhere and we'll shoot at it." So that's what he's going to do. Yeah. Hope he don't get mad at me and tell me not to come over anymore because he's got all my targets and my target and my steel target stand I got in his backyard. It gets more use over there than I was using it. You know what I'm saying? But oh well. Anyway, so what's happening? you're in Ohio, aren't you? I wonder. Guns and barbecue. He's in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
He needs to get
Yep.
he needs to get rid of his senator too. That one who's on the 10 Republicans who are on that damn gun
Yeah.
control bill or whatever.
Yeah. And the guy from Ohio that's going for that, Rob Portman.
Oh, that's right. There is one from Ohio.
Yeah, I've already emailed his office and bitched him out, but he doesn't care because he's not running for re-election.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying before you joined us about Cornyn down in Texas.
Yeah, I caught that right when I was logging in. I thought
Yeah.
you was talking about Rob Portman here, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I think there's 4 or 5 of those Republicans not running again, this November. They're not going for re-election. So, I guess, they're going to show their true colors and vote for it if it makes it that far.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had the Democrat here too, Sherrod Brown. He emailed me and sent me this email about how proud he is for voting on this and how he supports weapons bans and the assault weapons before and gave me his little resume of all the anti-gun stuff he's voted on. He was so proud of himself. I'm like, how did you get my email, man? I'm like the last person you need to be emailing. You know what I mean? So I gave him a nice little reply too about tyrants and your oath to the Constitution and all that, but he probably don't care.
no, he don't. They don't care.
But I was
should have
like,
been
so-
like, "What's your address?" So I can personally come thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, why did you talk about a mix up of wires getting crossed?
Hey,
I'm the last
hey,
dude you should have emailed.
If you worded it like that, before you know it, the goddamn Secret Service will be on his doorstep being a domestic terrorist, and they're red and they're red flag.
Yeah, you should never listen to me.
Yeah, they probably read that email already, and they're kind of like, well, it's kind of borderline. Maybe we ought to not mess with him.
Yeah. Yeah, my
But
friend.
I was respectful. I know he's a senator. I
Yeah.
know you just can't threaten people or anything. I didn't threaten anybody. I just
I
explained
don't
to him
mean a
that,
direct threat. It's all about interpretation, So, and who knows? Maybe the guy would invite you over.
I did say, like, I can't wait for you to no longer represent the people of Ohio, but I was meaning like you get voted out of office. So, I didn't mean anything else by it, but
no, let's hope they take it that way, because I mean, in today's,
you don't get investigated at least once, you're not doing something right.
In today's climate, you don't agree with them, you're the enemy. And what you call it, and I happened to see the first 2 or 3 minutes of what's her name's video the other day. Was it last week? So was this? I can't remember. The Patriot Nurse, right? I haven't watched any of hers in ages, and I just happened to, she put one out. I think it was last week or this week, and I clicked on it, and she was going about a friend of hers who asked her, about her carrying and all this, and she asked her why. She says, who's your enemy? And Patriot Nurse goes, the left. Anybody on the left is my enemy. And I sort of agree with that, really. And if you don't agree with them, you're the bad guy. It's a terrible state for this country to get into. But it's been going this way for years, and the last president, number 45, I think he showed it to the world or to the country how bad it's really got. You know.
Well, we got constitutional carry here the other day, and so far everything's fine. Streets aren't running red with blood.
Oh, it's taking
Shots
effect
aren't-
already.
Yeah, it's in effect.
Okay, because ours here doesn't go into effect to July 1st. You know, so I still got a couple of more weeks to go.
Yeah, ours was in the beginning of the week here. So
Okay.
far, man, everything's fine. We love our freedom.
You got
Everything's going
you're
well.
not having gunfights out on the street.
No. Things aren't going crazy. Despite that's what they warned us and said would happen.
Oh yeah, they
everything's
say
going just fine.
that's what they're said here too. You know, I mean, I don't see. I mean, a criminal has been carrying that way anyway from the start. You know, without a license. So
I just wish like we watch a lot of YouTube videos and there's a lot of belt companies, there's a lot of holster companies and stuff, and they send out some stuff to people to do reviews on and everything. With all the states that have recently just come on board with constitutional carry, you think it could run like a sale, like give me 15% off because I'm in Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think they'd get a lot of business if they went and advertised sales to the people that now just got constitutional carry, and you might.
Rick's offering 15% off R&L displays for all those people.
Yes, I am. Type in Rick's Life, get 15% off. Like that beautiful
Let
AR.
them know, Jason.
On the wall.
Let them know.
That's hanging on the R&L display wall mount. My AR back there behind me, and you can see the table mount on top of my toolbox there, which you can use. It comes with that too. So there you go. Not only that, he has pistol things now that you can display your pistols too. So
yeah, I might need about a dozen of those.
Yeah, I was just thinking though, if the left get their way, really, and they want us to come up with some stupid ass safe storage laws, you'll be out of business, Rob. Or unless you put your guns out on these displays, but when you get ready to leave the room, you put them all back in your safe.
Well, I can't speak for what people do. I would advise you publicly to follow your state laws, but what people do, that's it's up to them. I don't know what to tell you. And I would make a suggestion to make your office or make your gun room bigger. Make your room a safe room or safe in a sense. So I don't know. There's lots of ways to go about things, but every state's not necessarily the same. So at least at this point.
That's one thing I got to check up on. See if anything's changed here in Indiana, because I'm not saying I can't say I am and I can't say I'm not. That what I'm saying, or there's certain stuff that sit in certain places, all the time. So does that? I mean, where they're sitting. Problem is,
Well, for one, it's your personal item, so I don't understand how they feel they got the right to tell you shit anyway in your house.
Personally, I agree.
Obviously, if you have kids or a disabled or mentally crazy family member in some way, that where it's an issue, that's a different thing. That's should be common sense or whatever, obviously. But it's nobody tells you how to, which way to put your toilet paper, or to lock up your kitchen knives, which would you could kill a lot easier your whole damn family, and nobody'd ever know the difference. It'd be a lot easier and quieter. You could be states away the next day. Well, yeah, nobody's worried about all that. I don't
Yeah.
understand what the hell their issue is. I don't tell you what to do in your damn house. You know,
Oh yeah.
ugh.
And I don't. Well, I mean, but where I'm going with, for argument's sake, the AR on the wall behind me. When I go down to Deb's Diner, that's still hanging there. I gotta. This is what I'm saying. I gotta check see if the laws have changed or anything here in Indiana. If I go down to Deb's Diner and that's hanging on the wall there, and somebody breaks in, where does the law stand? You know, I mean, to me, if somebody comes through my door, you know, the way I look at it, when I leave, this is, to me, it's when I lock the door and leave, my house is secure. So it's in a secure location, as far as I'm concerned. You know, if somebody breaks the door down or breaks in, you know, they broke into a secure area. So, and and say that they steal it. That's, you know, the way I look at it. So, I don't know. Do you class your house as a secure location?
I kind of see it the same way. I know legally it's not, at least especially in my state, but I kind of see it the same way. You've already broken through several doors to even enter this area. So obviously you're a criminal. What's one more cabinet or door? I don't understand. You know, it just seems like a way they can just screw with a gun owner. I mean, like that's what the intent is. You know, it's not like you left the guns out on your front porch or your window wide open with a room with an arsenal on the wall. I mean, that's, you know, obviously that's looking for trouble. So, but you know, if you go do your due diligence and lock your doors, windows, you know, all that type of stuff, well, I don't understand. You know, that they already became a criminal to enter the dwelling to begin with. So, but again, you know, that's all, I think, feel better laws and things like this. I don't know. Yeah, like with anything, there's always going to be idiots that, you know, want to get hammered and leave their gun laying on the counter, and then kids pick it up and play with it, and an accident happens. You know what I mean? That should be avoided. But in the end, people are people. There's always going to be accidents and mistakes with things. So it's, you know, people die every day on a ladder. People die every day in their car. People, you know, drowned every day. You know, and things happen. Life isn't foolproof.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We got Tony York in here. I don't know if it, I mean, my mother always used to say, I mean, we were talking about Tony earlier in the show. His ears must have been burning, and that's why he's showing up. See, that's what my mother used to say. Coincidence, you know, that talking about somebody, then they come around or whatever. So.
Night Strike's out there. And,
yes, I see Night Strike's out there too.
And I am wearing my beautiful black, red, and white gun tube t-shirt.
Well, there you go.
I gotta ask: is Squid just here for an alibi or something?
I think so.
Does he have an opinion? What's going on? Are you paying him to show up? You there, Squid?
Hey, before you showed up, he was the only one that was here. I thought it was going to be me and Squid, the Rick and Squid show.
So he only likes talking to you, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Squib could be working. You know, he's more likely doing his gardening. That's why he's not saying much. You know?
I don't know. As quiet as he is, he might be, you know, doing his nails or something.
He's having trouble with his black powder firearms. Yeah. Tony says, if you're talking about him, we're leaving others alone. That's correct. That's the way I look at it. You know. Oh, who we got? Night Strike. How you doing?
Yeah, I've been working on the GunTube Chamber server lately because I got new hard drives and whatnot. I just wanted to let you know that everything's working really great out there on the chat and on
Okay.
the YouTube side. So whatever I did, it fixed everything. I have no idea what I did, but I did it.
Well,
I
that's-
got lucky.
Where's the table with the free food, man?
Actually, there's a new function that once you start live streaming, you can tick it on, and it'll let you set it up in lobby mode to where if someone jumps in, if you want them in the chat, you can click add or deny. It's a new feature.
Cool. No,
Hey.
We want those good Danishes, not that cheap grocery store donut crap.
Right. But we can only have Danish on salads. Right, Rob?
Yeah. Oh, talking about
Affirmative.
seeing Night Strike.
Yeah, what's
Where
up?
was Travis's show this morning?
Travis is away right now. He's busy with helping friends and family.
Oh, okay.
So he's gone. He said he might do a show tomorrow, and that's a maybe. So we'll see what happens. But he's also not going to be able to do his Thursday show. I know that.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Well, I normally listen to his show when I'm in the mornings when I'm setting this up. I didn't, but he wasn't. He wasn't here.
I tried to use the GunTube Chamber this morning, and it turned out I had to reinstall and update everything. And whatever I did fixed it because you're live now. So
Oh
you
yeah.
know, so I used the duck this morning because I was working on this in the background when I was doing my show this morning.
Yeah. Well, I clicked on here and everything's working.
Yeah. So I'm praising the Lord that everything worked. I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now.
Yeah. I like using this because I don't have to remember to look down in the corner to see if anybody wants to join,
Well-
my panel or anything.
Well, actually, with GunTube Chamber and with the new functions, you can set lobby mode to where it does that. And
I don't
that
want to do
that way, if you send somebody a link, if you want them in there, you can click add. If you don't want them in there, no.
No. Well, I would if I didn't want them, I wouldn't send them a link.
Right. Well, there's that.
I got my mailing list.
As I said, it's a feature, and people kind of wanted that. Hey, there you
Yeah. They're trying to change you into the duck.
go. No, we're never gonna have StreamYard features, unfortunately.
No. The only thing I like about the duck is that feature in the chat.
With
Well,
the comments,
You can click on it and it can show it up on the screen.
yeah, I like that too. I can't figure that out.
Yeah. That's about the only thing I like about it. So.
But everything seems to be working, so I'm glad.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And by the way, my grandmother used to say that about the whole ear thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can't figure out the comment thing, or you just don't want to?
Okay.
Is this the difference between the IT guy that got his degree?
I'm gonna use an IT term that Gary will get out there. It's out of scope.
There you go. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it is a nice feature, but I can live without it. All right. Squib still hasn't jumped in yet, so he must be busy doing something. All right. Oh, what you call it? I got notified, but I don't even know how they got my email. But some off the wall ammo company sent me an email telling me they got loads of ammo for sale. And I just glanced at it and deleted it.
Yeah, I get that too.
So primers is the big thing. I need to get primers. I was going to buy some, and I talked myself out of it. I know I keep moaning about it that I need them, and I ain't got any.
See, I guess Gary understands me. Thank you, Gary.
But under, I know it's with the price of shit, I got other things to spend it on. So, and I got ammo, but I just feel I don't have. Once I shoot it, I don't have any. That's what bothers me.
Yeah. I have the same problem every time I fire the M1 Garand. I've only got so much surplus left of surplus ammo that I bought.
Yeah,
and then I have to go and find more FMJ 30-06, and that's kind of hard right now. It's still it's getting better, but it's still kind of hard to find it at a decent price because it's gone up because of the whole situation with the pandemic and everything.
Yeah. Talking about ammo going up, was that just a rumor, or was it true that the most beloved president of all time stopping them from selling the surplus 223-556 to the public?
Oh, you mean Captain Sundown?
Yeah.
From what I hear, people say they're saying it's a rumor, but I'm also hearing that he did say that and order them to do that, and it's just like, oh, wait, can he do that? Is that legal? I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it is legal. It's a government contract, and that was just like a perk in there because that Lake City, like for a while, it maybe ran by Winchester. For a while, it maybe ran by Federal. And one of the perks for them was any surplus, they're allowed to sell it. That's not under the laws. That's not under Congress or anything. That's a government contract to use, basically contracting personnel because you're going to use their facility. I think he has the power to do that. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. But what I would imagine Winchester's doing it right now. They've got the contract for that plant, right? Now, I would imagine that these companies bid for that contract because the military's buying millions of rounds of ammo.
They want to be able to sell the surplus and whatnot. And here, think of it this way:
surplus is more likely their profit because they're more likely bidding so low to get the contract.
Right, and they may not want to bid if they can't sell the surplus, and that might bite Biden in the foot,
Yeah.
But here, you also think of it this way: let's say he says you can't sell it during the duration of the contract. Okay, you know what they might do? They might just box up the surplus and hold on to it until after the contract's over, and then just sell it on the market. You get around that.
Yeah.
Because the contract doesn't. He said, "Don't sell it while you're doing the contract." Okay, well, we're doing the contract's over, is done. We've got all this surplus that we didn't. He told us not to sell. We're not contractually obligated anymore. What do we do with the surplus? We sell it off.
Yeah, but I think that one of the fine points about it is, like, say Winchester's in there right now. That's not Winchester's ammo. The government supplied the brass, the primers, the projectile, the powder. Winchester didn't supply anything but
Hold on a minute. I got somebody at my door. Keep on talking.
So, yeah.
It's the feds, man.
The government's in total control of that. That's their product. You know what I mean? It's not like Winchester's like making it and selling it to the government. The government just bought Winchester's employees. They provided all the raw materials.
Yeah, and the surplus was supposed to be able to be sold off so that Winchester made profit off of that. So, yeah. And the fact that he's saying don't sell the surplus to civilians. Well, he can only tell them to do that during the duration of the contract.
Yeah, because They just opened up. They're gonna not opened up yet, but they're gonna open up all those other ammo factories.
Well, you realize that the
so they're
PSA
gonna-
bought out one ammo manufacturer, and they're starting to, and they're going, full. They're going full bore with that one, and then they're starting up another one specifically for steel case ammo. So it's not like we're going to be out of 5.56 forever and ever because we're not going to get any Lake City surplus.
Oh
ammo.
no, we're just not gonna get the surplus from them. But with them phasing out 5.56 and going to that new, what is it, 6.8?
Yeah,
And they're going to open all those new factories to produce all that. Just in security and the military's aspect, it's a good idea to hold on to as much 5.56 as you can at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they're giving it away to, overseas conflicts and everything. But with them phasing in a new caliber, that just makes sense really for them, as much as I don't like it, for them to hold on to every piece of it, not give up any surplus, because now there is no surplus. It's in higher demand even for them. But I worry about all these new plants opening and changing everything over. They're just going to take over what resources there are for primers and what resources are for powders and lead. The government's going to be first in line at all that, and we're again going to be sitting in the back just awaiting. And look how bad it's been right now that we can't get stuff, and all they have is Lake City. Now what happens when they got 10 different lake cities? There's not going to be enough resources left for us at all. There's not going to be enough, not just 5.56. I mean, there won't be resources for any ammo in this country if they got 10 plants up and running at full production. There just won't. There's just not enough to go around.
Good point. I'm back, by the way. It was my neighbor. She got my water bill in her mailbox. She was just bringing it over to me.
Yeah, but that's part of their gun control, and that's a very effective tool that they are going to use against us.
And
they
honestly,
are going to
for
hold all
some
the
of us, it just
resources.
means we'll buy less ammo. We won't shoot as much. That doesn't mean we won't continue to buy guns. It just means we won't be able to have as much ammo, hoard as much ammo as we have been before in previous years. For some people, it won't change.
The reason
if you look at the public as like a militia, would be less trained, less efficient, because of that fact that we're not shooting like we would. So I don't know. I think that's a problem personally. I don't think the government should hoard it all because, like you said, it is a form of gun control, and the most commonly used firearm in America is pretty much worthless without something to feed it.
Yeah, I'm part of the problem that we have ever since COVID and the shelves went dry. Look at what all the manufacturers will tell you. They're working overtime. They're hiring people. They're investing money, and they can't get no product to us on the shelves because, like that Lake City stuff, that's military use. All the other departments, like, the FBI, the Homeland Security, hell, even the FDA one year bought more bullets than they used in Desert Storm. All those government agencies are buying their ammo with a federal contract from, Federal, Winchester, people like that. So all of their time and resources is going to fill those government contracts, leaves us behind once again. That's why there wasn't stuff on the shelf. If you go look at what people are saying, that like you put all the plants together, no matter what, they can't produce more than 10 million rounds a year or whatever. Well, the government stepped up and they want 4 million of those rounds. And then COVID comes around and it's all shorted us people. The government just stepped in and upped their orders up. Instead of 4, give me 6. Instead of 6, give me 8 million. When they know that they can't produce anymore, then this 10 million mark, there's not enough material, not enough hours in a day for them to make any more. And the government just started buying more and more and more and more. Like I said, it's a de facto gun ban on us, ammo ban.
Not arguing.
Because in the time of COVID, when we were hit the worst, they upped the amount of what they needed. And that's just to hurt us. That was just all a reason to hurt us. Government's been in business a long damn time. They've been buying bullets for a long damn time. They could go without an order next year and it wouldn't even hurt or dent their supply. They're just doing this to make it hard on us.
Well, at the very least, they could stop handing stuff over to other people and resupply America first.
Yeah.
This administration ain't going to do that.
No.
No.
They're also not going to. This administration also isn't going to do anything to fix the economy or the oil and energy crisis. Because hey, let's just let the gas go all the way up to $4 or $5 a gallon. We don't care.
Yeah. But then his stupid thing the other day, threatening the oil companies going to do emergency powers for them to produce more. That's what we've been asking for them to do from the beginning.
Yeah, but the truth is, Biden won't. That thing about that letter and Biden's cracking down on the oil companies, I bet you that's 100% fake, Rick. I bet you go ask the oil executives, they'll never get that letter. They just said what this letter says and says we sent it to them. They didn't send it to anybody. The oil companies will tell you. Biden won't let them produce one extra drop. Not a one.
Nope.
Killed what they were drilling. Won't let them drill anymore. And all that about begging them to produce more oil, that's just BS for the TV set.
Oh, it is. Did you hear the latest? What was it, yesterday? He's contemplating sending all of us gas cards.
That's funny.
That's just that's another quip, like he said last time, where he was going to send us crack pipes.
Yeah, he's going to send us gas cards. Like, in other words, flood the economy with more fucking money.
Either that, or he's going to try and ration the gas off. The gas card is a ration.
Yeah, well, no, I think he's.
Crazy.
What he's doing it's like I don't know how much he's going to, like a prepaid card. Everybody gets $1,000.
Yeah, like some type of stimulus bullshit.
Gas stations.
As soon as they do that, Rick, gas will be $15 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they try that,
right?
Yeah. See, it's been a long time. It might have been a full year ago when I saw this, and it's been so long I can't say exactly who it was. If it was an Ohio senator or representative, or if it was from another state, but I watched them in an interview, and they came out and they said, like, we're going to have $7 gas. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to go to $7 a gallon because he sits on whatever, the Energy Council or whatever, the Energy Committee or whatever.
Yeah.
He says he was in on it. He sat there. He was there with the meetings with all the oil and energy companies in the Biden administration. And, like I just said, he's trying to blame the oil companies. He won't let them produce a drop extra. He won't. They begged in these meetings, and they said in these meetings that there was no negotiating this. The Biden administration wouldn't even wouldn't hear a conversation, wouldn't entertain a conversation, wouldn't take a plea deal or nothing.
Yeah.
They won't settle for not one penny less than $7 a gallon.
Yeah, they're trying to force us all to go green.
Yeah, they don't want to hear any proposals or maybe we try this or that. That was all completely shut down. It's their way. They want nothing less than $7 a gallon. They wouldn't make a deal to sell us $6.50 gas because that's not good enough for them.
Yeah.
They wanted $7 as a minimum. So nothing's ever
going to be painful. It's going to be a painful transition to renewable energy.
Yeah. Well, the problem with renewable energy and renewable vehicles in itself, they start at like $40,000 and up. And I got to be honest, Rick, can you afford a $40,000 car?
No,
Do you have $40,000 lying around that you can just spend on a car right now?
mind you, even if we all
That-
could afford one,
That's my
this
point.
country doesn't have the infrastructure to do it.
Right, and no, that's another point. That's another point. So yeah, you want to get rid of, you want to replace oil with electric. Great idea. Great idea. Problem is, guess what? We don't have enough nuclear facilities to power said electric vehicles for the switchover. One, because half the country is still burning coal in order to produce power. The other half is producing nuclear. Okay.
Yeah.
So the problem is you want to switch over. That's great, but not everybody has 40,000 plus to pay for a new vehicle overall. And yeah, you could get a loan. You could do it over many years, but the point is that not everybody has that, but they want to force people to do that. That's great. Instead, why don't you force the car companies to spend to make those $40,000 cars more less cost prohibitive, like what a normal car or truck would cost, like $10,000 to $16,000 instead.
Jesus, just make a car last for once.
And
How
that
hard
too.
would that be?
That too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won't, man. Here's the other thing. Like you think, like, oh well, we don't have the infrastructure.
Gary, I was just using that as an example. I wasn't saying we're using like half nuclear, but we're using nuclear power and a lot of coal produced electric in this country.
Yeah, but it's just all it's all a game. If they really cared, they just got their nose out of it. You let the car companies build the car that they want to build because the people want to buy that car. We don't need the government involved in this in any form. It should be the person producing the product and the customer demanding what kind of product they want. There's no room for the government in there. And like if they did switch to green and everybody has to have an electric car and they have an electric charging station on every corner, 10 times more than they have gas stations. It doesn't matter. It's not a saving grace for us. If they had all that, your brand new electric car, your little tiniest one they make is going to be $150,000. And every time you go to plug it up, cheap electric, they'll probably hit you and cost you just as much to charge up that electric car as it would have put gas in your tank. It ain't about saving us money or making us better in any way, man.
Well, here's the other thing about electric cars.
When everything is throwaway.
Unless
your
you've got like a fast charger.
your everything's supposed to be thrown away and replaced.
Right.
Like, and with the technology, everything today, I mean, years ago, like way back in the day, they had TVs that with lifetime warranties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't see any of that type of stuff nowadays. Like, yeah, everything is meant to be trash. So if they truly cared about the planet, all this green stuff, then our whole system is screwed up. But so obviously it's clearly nothing to do with that.
They could make a car tomorrow gets 100 miles to the gallon on gas. They've had that technology for decades and decades. They could build a brand new car tomorrow. It got 100 miles to the gallon. That would really solve problems. That would really help the people. But they're not interested in that, man.
Yeah. But the other problem with electric cars, and here is a major problem. Okay. Say you get an electric car. Say you got one that get 300 miles on a charge, right? Okay. The problem is, unless you have that fast charger that can charge it up in 4 to 6 hours, you're plugging that thing in a normal outlet for like all night and probably half of the next day before you can go anywhere. If you go from 0 to full charge.
Yeah.
And not even to mention that with electric cars, they're actually 3 times as bad as for the environment as a normal car because the emissions it takes to make them are 3 times as worse as making a normal gasoline powered car.
Plus, did you see the new study out of Europe?
No, what they say?
People with your electric cars, that car is 5 times higher at giving you cancer than a regular car. So you get cancer 5 times greater risk if you own and drive that electric vehicle.
Oh, so they want you to
Oh,
get
so
cancer.
all of a sudden EMF matters or whatever. So yeah, it's crazy. Like other
Mhm.
governments pointing it out all the time. But don't worry, give your kid a little cell phone and run Wi-Fi everywhere.
Well, also there was
Hey,
another,
hey.
I saw there was
Say
another
nothing about
thing
my
done.
Wi-Fi.
There was another test
Oh,
done.
sure, all that technology sitting in a car that's a giant antenna that's reporting back every 100 times a minute. Like, give me a break. The whole damn car is wired. Like, you're surprised you don't glow in the dark in that damn thing.
Also, there was another study done. I mean, if the electric car is meant to be cleaner, that's a dispute. But where I'm going is driving electric to driving gas. There's no big savings, money wise, whatsoever. Right now, they've done a study on it. You're not saving any money by going electric. So I can't see it. Plus, look at it now. The country, it's in the middle of summer. They're going to start. They can't. Some states are having to go do the rolling blackouts or whatever on the electric because
they
can't
started that
handle it.
here.
How are they
They
going to handle
started-
it when everybody's plugging in their goddamn electric cars?
Yeah, they started that rolling blackout power here this week. We're in
Yeah.
Ohio, man. This isn't California. We've never, ever had that problem or that issue. You know how it is. This has been the hottest week of the year so far. The hot weather just hit. And what they do down here in Ohio, in Columbus, they started shutting off the power to people under the thing that says, oh, well, if we don't shut it off, we'll lose power to everybody. We've never had a power problem before, ever. And now all of a sudden we do. And what I don't understand is some people, and I know some people that are in that area, some people got their power out for a day. Some people got it out 2 days. Some people's been without power all week, ain't getting it turned back on till today, Saturday. Now, I understand things happen in emergencies or storms or something goes bad, but look at all of us now. Look what it costs to go to the grocery store. How fair is that to spend every penny you got to put a fourth of the food in your refrigerator you used to have, and now they come and turn your electric off so your fridge doesn't work? It's ridiculous.
Well, we're giving everybody else money.
Yeah, exactly. There's not, I don't care about California, how many people live there, whether they're lost. There's no excuse for any place, any community in the United States of America to not have reliable power. They're just not. They're just that you have to have that. You have to have power for health, safety, and life. You talk about how bad it is in Chicago. Turn the electric off. Turn the power off, where people have gone a couple of days with no power and it's dark at night with no lights. And I mean, you
Turn
talk
that
about
EBT
shootings,
card system
violence,
off.
Mind you, it's
things going crazy. That's what's going to happen.
Well, I think that's half the reason they want electric, so it's more further control. They can hit the switch.
That's what it's all about. Control.
You need to be stopped and questioned. If the officer just hits the switch, you're done.
Yeah,
All that
and
type of
also
stuff. It's a lack of control. It puts, if you want to refer to the people as a militia, way behind the ball in several different ways. And what if there's something that pops up anyway, just a natural event? Say Carrington event, something along those lines. If every single vehicle on the road is electric, that's going to cripple us. I mean, absolutely cripple us. First responders, all those services, they're dead. They're done. The crazy guy with the old Bronco or whatever that's driving down, now all of a sudden he's a hero.
Yeah. But anyway, even if they're doing this to save the planet, right? Our little fucking tiny bit as a country as a whole, we're going to say the rest of the world is fucking it up, but we're going to save the planet, and our little fucking little corner of the world. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make fucking sense to me.
Well, they could always lead by example and go around on a horse and buggy and let us all know.
Yeah.
Stop flying their pets and staff around to join them.
I know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This is our. I mean,
how many houses how many homes does the average senator have? I mean, what, 2, 3? Yeah, we got a hard time taking care of one.
yeah. Well, I want to know is according to all the signs. This might get me kicked off of YouTube. According to all the signs, right? There's the Republicans are meant to give them a shellacking this November. You know, but
You still got faith in the system. Damn.
you know
cool.
what I'm saying? I don't trust it. I don't trust them. The big lie is the big lie. You know, I don't trust. Put it this way: if they don't get a shellacking, then it's something ain't right in the counting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We're trying to have our faith in our elections.
Yep. And I
Maybe whining and crying because it didn't go our way last time. Not going to get into that. We all have our opinions about last time.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But if it happens again the second time, I believe it. Hell's going to explode, man. I mean,
and I got a feeling it. It's I'm hoping that everybody, even though you might be disappointed and think why bother, I mean, give it one more. You got to get out there and vote just to see. If you don't try, we'll never know for sure.
I think, look at everything that's been done to us over the years, and we don't like the left, and we don't like their policies or tactics. We need to start doing their tactics. We should be protesting outside the homes of every one of these Democrats.
Yeah.
We should be nonstop screaming and yelling at these Democrats and try to straighten them out instead of just putting up with what they do and hoping for an election or hoping for the best. We need to say we've had enough.
We need to start holding politicians accountable
for
violating the oath of office.
Yes, we should be demanding laws like that. Like, I don't know what it takes, but they can get, at least in this state, if you get enough signatures, you can get a law put on the ballot to where the people vote for that law, not the state people, you know what I mean? Not other people, electing this and sending it to the governor's
but
desk.
not all states have that rule.
Well, we need to fix that. And we need to be pushing for these laws to reel in these politicians like that, man.
Yeah.
You how come there's no penalty for violating the Constitution? How come that is?
There is a penalty. It's called the penalty. It's the oath of office penalty. But nobody's been held accountable for that since the early 1800s.
Yeah,
they choose not to prosecute. Yeah, that's that selective prosecution stuff. Why all their friends get away with murder, literally, or drunk driving, or whatever else, and they just get away with it.
What I want
to know, you say we as a whole, we should, but that's the problem. Everybody's waiting on somebody else. Eventually, you got to make your own damn stand. So, personally, I don't think the voting works. They straight up had the choice to make my vote whatever they wanted to in New York. And I learned that from watching the hearings that everybody forgets about, where they basically showed you the whole freaking thing was a joke. And I won't get too far into it because, we'll get banned and all this false whatever crap that they like to put up. But all in all, it was clear night as day, as if, water is wet, that it was that type of clear. So I don't understand. And
water is wet. And
I had no problem with my vote, nor did the lady. So there was no reason for us to start by pushing the green button to flag it to batch file it. No reason. But yet, for some reason, they insisted a supervisor had to overlook that. So I'm sorry. I don't trust systems. So you say what you want. I think, yeah, we should all go do it again. Don't have high faith. And then, in the end, you got to make your own damn choice. Have your own line. There should be a line where you're just not going to comply at a certain point, because
That's what I'm saying.
apparently,
I don't have much
as a
faith
group, we don't have balls to do shit. Nobody does a damn thing. They can steal it again next time, and we'll be on here bitching and raving, and nobody does a damn thing because they don't want to be the only one. So at some point, people are just going to have to say, fuck it. So, but that's probably going to happen at your doorstep. And in that situation, don't be surprised if you don't live through it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, guys, it's 4:15, and I got to do my quiz. So, just wanted to mention that. Anyway, I had a total of 3 entries.
Oh my gosh!
It must have been a hard one, and I thought it was easy. What I wanted to know was, the movies that John Wayne died in. There was 9 of them that I found. And if you want me to list them, it was The Shootist, The Cowboys, The Alamo, Sands of Iwo Jima, Wake of the Red Witch, The Fighting Seabees, Reap the Wild Wind, West of the Divide, and Central Airport. There you go.
Wow, I didn't know he died in all those. I thought he only died in like maybe 3 movies.
No, he died in 9. And there's 5 more where he was either, take the man who shot Liberty Valance. He was dead, you know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the movie. Because that's why Jimmy Stewart went back to that town. And it relived the story. But he was dead at the beginning of the movie. There's 5 movies like that he was in. Most of them are way back in the 30s and 40s. But
so basically the guy liked picking up chicks at his funeral.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So let me hit my dandy random picker here. Where we go? Let's hit the draw button.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Run it again. Run it again.
No.
One more.
Why I don't believe it is the man has not entered one of my competitions for weeks and weeks now because he always kept winning. He enters one again after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And guess what? He won it today. John Brown Productions.
Hey.
Somebody needs to take that man to Vegas.
Every time. So, John Brown Productions is the winner.
John Brown's a good dude, man. He deserves
He
a
is.
little
He
prize.
is.
He is.
What I'm saying is, he stopped entering mine because he said, I'm tired of winning. And he enters after weeks and weeks and weeks, and he wins.
Well, he's done his part as nobly as he could. It's not his fault. We're all losers, and he's gifted.
Yeah. No, anything.
I think Rob is saying, speak for yourself.
So my next quiz, the drawing will be on the 2nd of July. Every second matters. And
2 days before Independence Day.
That's right. And where in the hell is it? What I want to know, this one is easy. I should get more entries, I'm hoping. For a swag pack, a patch or 2, and some stickers. It ain't much, but it's the fun of the thing. Just entering, You don't even have to take the prize if you don't want it. Just let me know. What I want to know on the Welch 31 caliber 10-shot revolver, how many were made and who made them? That's what I want to know.
Which one?
The 31 caliber 10-shot. Because he made 2. He made a 10-shot and a 12-shot.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with 12.
Yeah, but he made a 10 shot. I want to know how many were made and who made them. That's it. Email me at rickslifeasIseeit at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by July 2nd, 12 noon Eastern Time, the only time zone that matters. And you'll be in for a chance to win. So there we go. All right. So everybody got the question. You know, I told you it was a black powder question today. So, all right. Anything else, guy? Oh, Guns and Barbecue. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Rick?
Don't you have an asshole called Pat Toomey who's a senator?
Yep.
Need to get rid of his ass.
Don't even have to worry about it. He's retiring at the end of this year.
Oh, he's one of the ones who are.
Which is even worse because then
He can vote what he wants.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I knew there was 4 or 5 of them that are retiring at the end of this term. So.
Yeah, just make sure they do retire, though. They could change their mind the last minute after they've done voted and screwed you.
Well, Barbecue would just simply become a Lyft driver and pick him up for a ride. This wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Hey, I could do that, but I feel like he'd be much more inclined to get a ride from like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Famous people like to ride around with famous people. They don't want to ride around with Guns and Barbecue. Come on.
You're famous.
Infamous.
I mean,
you know, you can offer him some barbecue. Yeah.
They got a limit on famous blind guys, Rick. You can't have a whole bunch of them, man.
Well,
there's a limit.
Who we got? We got Stevie
Patriot
Wonder.
in the Dark is top.
Roy Orbison.
Got Ray Charles.
Ray Charles, that's 3. Yeah, you can't have too many.
Yeah.
Hey, we forgot the one and only Patriot in the Dark.
Yeah.
He's famous. Yeah. Where is he today, by the way? Yeah.
Well, famous and on the terror watch list I guess they're both the same thing.
Yeah, famous and notorious, 2 different things.
Yeah, true.
You know, Rob, I think New York law enforcement would say the same thing about you.
Well, they might.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, if you're not on a couple lists, you're not doing something right.
Hey,
exactly.
What you need to worry about is when the ball drops, are they going to let you out from behind enemy lines?
No way. What he needs to worry about is if the cops ask him for anything and hold him against his will, that he not reach for anything, very fast. Otherwise, they might say he has something so they can beat him up.
Yeah.
No, man, Rob don't have nothing to worry about in New York.
Because we don't.
They don't prosecute anybody. They don't charge anybody with anything that are.
Hey,
well,
it
depends what camp
snapping
you're
Rob's
in.
neck. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And their law enforcement are lousy shots.
They see Rob in that little Honda Civic, man. They just another gang banger, man.
Yeah,
I don't need to interrupt his day today. So Rob ain't got nothing to worry about, man.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, they don't charge the troublemakers there, man. You can get away with anything you want. So
sadly, he's pretty much true. He's pretty much correct.
Rob just revs up that little Honda and fits right in with the crowd, man.
It's strange, if it seems like, I don't know, you got to be in the wrong camp to really get thrown in jail around here lately. So, but unfortunately, that's my camp, I guess you would say. So, anything like that.
They're only throwing Republicans in jail.
Well, I wouldn't even call myself a Republican. I don't, but it's just that, you're with them or against them, I guess. So,
okay, if you're not a Democrat, they're throwing you in jail, right?
Probably, if you don't
a
lean that way, then
constitutionalist.
yeah.
A constitutionalist.
Yeah. I mean, we had incidences on our street just a couple days ago. Like the whole block was out here freaking. They almost beat up the cop. Like he ended up hiding in his car basically because they just refuse to arrest the junkies that are over here throwing shit around, throwing shit at people's houses, just screaming. They don't even live over here. Like it's they just refuse to do anything. But if one of us went out there and dealt with that junkie,
Heaven
you
forbid.
bet your ass they'd arrest us.
Yep.
So it got pretty hairy. That backup showed up and it wasn't too long and they just left. The way people screamed at these cops, man. Like, I don't think a lot of people probably haven't seen stuff like this. They haven't.
Have drugs been decriminalized in New York?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Have drugs been decriminalized in New York?
Not decriminalized, I guess. Marijuana is, legal. Shit, at the festival I was at yesterday, there's people just rolling up everywhere. Look like average soccer mom or whatever. But that's fine. But they don't care. They really don't care, about the drugs and stuff. They care about if they can get money out of you. That's what they care about. You got if you're making money as a drug dealer, then they're gonna seize all your shit. But if you're just the regular guy, they'll sit right there in the parking lot and watch you sell it and not say anything. They don't care. Once you start, doing well is when they seem to care. Or another example, child support. The guys that never paid a dime, they never even go to court. Nothing. It's fine. The guy that's, worked and made payments, this the whole time, loses his job and he's out of work for 2 weeks, your ass is going to jail. Like, that's how they do it around here. Like, they don't.
That's how it works here too, man.
like if you're a good guy, they're gonna nail the shit out of you.
Yeah, like that's exactly the way it is here. If you'd been in the child support system, for a long time, never paid, hardly pay, or whatever, they don't do nothing to you. Don't care. If you're like brand new to the system and you're paying your child support, it's automatically deducted from your check, whatever. Man, you get one payment behind for one reason or another, they're hauling your ass in court here. They're coming to get you. They're going nuts. They're taking your income tax. They're taking your driver's license.
They'll seize your cars.
But a majority of the people, they don't do nothing too. You know what I mean? They don't do nothing too. I know personally people that, haven't never got a dime in their child support. They finally get the person into court for the first time and like try to get something, and the judge turns around and just lets them walk away. Don't do nothing. And then they call the judge. You're like, hey, I tried for 6 years to get him in court and you didn't do nothing. And the judge, well, I didn't know that. The only thing I had was a copy of his driver's license. You know what I mean? So they'd let you, because they don't care.
No.
They don't care. Like I said, if you got the money to pay them or you got some money, yeah, they'll get something out of you. If you don't, they don't care. They don't care what you do at all.
It's pretty sad that it's come to that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it is sad.
All I got to do is coming to it. It's been that way here for 20 years,
It's pretty much been that way here too. But there's a difference, and you can clearly see the difference. I could go to other neighborhoods, and I'm willing to bet you $100 I'll get pulled over in 5 minutes. Even just if I go walk around the block, it's going to be suspicious activity, and police are going to be on my ass. But here, they can literally shoot up heroin outside, while they're screaming half naked in front of people's kids, and they don't give a shit. They don't care.
No offense, Rob. I'd pull you over too.
Anyway, it's a shame. It's a shame that it's got that way, but Anyway, guys, it's 4:30. I'm going to go feed the cats and feed myself. I don't have any of those terrible goodies that New York was eating that he was showing on camera.
Yeah,
They're
I
on
want to know what
sale.
his salad is.
Yeah, that didn't look like no salad to me.
No, it
Yeah, I
doesn't.
showed some salad
You know,
on top of a pastry box, like previously stated. So, hey, I didn't show me eating the salad, but I did show me eating a pastry, toaster strudel, cherry.
Yeah, I saw that,
Mhm.
and it was personalized with
Oh,
New York
yeah,
Outcasts on it.
Try to do that with a Pop-Tart, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me start winding this up. Jason, you got any shout outs or plugs?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a video together, man. I'll probably shoot it today or tomorrow. Just a little mail call I got.
Oh, okay.
And let's see. I think the G23's on after a while. You guys go over to G23,
Yeah.
and tomorrow morning begins with Gary. So
And I think tonight, actually, he had to go, is Guns and Barbecue. I think he's got one on tonight, isn't he, at 9:30?
maybe Rich White might have one tonight. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what he was saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but G23 is the next one, I believe.
yeah, you guys
Yeah.
just if you're hanging out on YouTube, go
Yeah.
watch somebody's show.
All right. Sounds good. Night Strike, you got anything?
No. I'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy.
You too. See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
Yeah. Squib, you got any shout outs or plugs? If he's even there. Now, we'll see if he shows up. New York Outcasts, you got anything?
Told you, we're just an alibi to that guy. The usual. Have a good evening, everybody. Check out the other shows. Make sure you actually get out and do something. Just sit on your ass on YouTube all day, folks. So, eat a salad, avoid Glocks, and buy American.
Well, there you go. You
And
could have
happy Father's Day to everybody.
you could have a point there, New York. I'll get a phone call from the cops. Was he on your show for the last hour and a half? Absolutely. He was there.
So, as long as we all get, a cut, 20% each, and
Yeah.
it wasn't anything too bad, I'm sure we could work it out.
Yeah. All right. I want to say thank you to everybody for stopping by in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Had some good stuff going on there and had some new people. Well, not new people. People I haven't seen in a while in the chat. And I appreciate that too. So, as I said, thanks to all of you for stopping by. I'll be back again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So I will catch you all then. So good evening, everybody. Bye-bye, Sabrina.